Hello! Today we will be discussing file attributes. Let's begin with what a file attribute is. Each file is stored in a directory and uses a directory entry that describes its characteristics. The directory entry also contains a pointer to where the file is stored on disk. One of the characteristics stored for each file is a set of file attributes that gives the operating system and application software more information about the file and how it's intended to be used. The use of attributes is voluntary. What this means is that any software program can look into the directory entry to discern the attributes of a file, and based on them, make intelligent decisions about how to treat the file. File attributes are related to the file system interface, which is the most visible aspect of an operating system to users. File attributes are just one aspect of what makes up a file. File attributes vary from one operating system to another, but typically consist of name, identifier, type, location, size, protection, time, date, and user identification. Name refers to the symbolic file name and is the only information kept in human readable form. Identifier is a unique tag, usually a number, that identifies the file within the file system. Type is needed for systems that support different types of files. Location is a pointer to a device and to the location of the file on that device. Size is the current size of the file and possibly the maximum allowed size. Protection is access control information that determines who can do reading, writing, executing, and so on. Time, date, and user identification is kept for creation, last modification, and last use. It's also useful for protection, security, and usage monitoring. Consider these characteristics of Abraham Lincoln as a relatable example. As a person, he has attributes that distinguish him and set him apart from others, such as his name, the fact that he was the 16th president, where he was born, his protection or lack thereof, and his birthday and date of death. Here we have another example that compares Tom and Jerry. Each has characteristics that define them, such as Tom being old or Jerry being blind, Tom being a worker, and Jerry being a student. These characteristics set them apart and make them different. In operating systems like Linux, there are three main file attributes: read, write, and execute. Read, designated as an R, allows the file to be read, but nothing can be written to or changed in the file. Write, designated as a W, allows the file to be written to and changed. Execute, designated as an X, allows the file to be executed by users or the operating system. Consider the read attribute akin to reading a book. You pick up the book and read the information that is in it, but make no changes to the story. No matter how many times you read the book, it will never change. With the write attribute, we can write on a file and make any change we want. The write attribute is like writing on a chalkboard. These two gentlemen are writing, but have also made changes along the way based on the chalk residue on the board. They can make changes as little or as often as they like while writing on the board. The execute attribute performs an action to solve a problem. As an example, consider a puzzle. You have many pieces that need to be put together to complete the puzzle. You perform the action of placing all the pieces together until you place the final piece and solve the puzzle. We hope you found this video informative. Thank you for your time. We hope you enjoyed it.